Okay, what we're going to do first, this is an olefin fiber Berber carpet. That means it's made out of plastic. What it does is it doesn't work good because of abrasion, things that sort of get soiled very fast. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-spray the carpet with a pre-spray. Then I'm going to use our RX20, which has a 5 rotating heads at a vacuum pressure, and to give it a little more friction to extract it. But one thing's on, like example of this, you're going to have some difference in contrast and color because there's been a office mat right there probably its entire life that this is done. But being a olefin fiber, that means it's plastic. It does damage easily and change because it's like rubbing a coin on a plastic bottle. You're going to get a different color, different texture, color to it, and that's something you can never get back all the way. You may get all the soil out, but you have from where wear and tear, you're going to get a Traffic-Kleen gray, which is normal. And obviously this carpet's actually older than the average life of the carpet is 7 years, and sometimes the olefins are even less than that. But overall, carpet ages is about 7 years. What I'm going to do is been cleaned once before. I'm going to do a pre-spray. Then I'm going to rinse it with a rinsing agent to help get everything out. It's an enzyme, so there's no residues. And we're going to use RX20. I'm going to go back and forth and try to lighten it up, try to correct some of the age problems to it, but you'll never get it 100% because that's just the nature of the game. So here we're going to pre-spray. We hook up, this is made just for an olefin cleaner pre-spray because of the type of fiber it is. You got to do it. By the way, I'm IICRC certified and I do warranty work with DuPont, 3M. So this is what we're going to do first. Get a good pre-spray, even coating of pre-spray. Then we'll run that RX20 over it and try. You can see there was a piece of furniture over in this area where it's lighter than this trafficked area. So it's never been walked on. Light has not changed the color because you will have a little bit of color just from sunshine and just the overall environment taking care of doing this. The environment changes things also. But when you have, you can really see why I pre-spray. There is a contrast to where it was furniture or the office mat. Okay, now I'm going to hook up the RX20. I'm going to work my furthest end, work towards the door, kind of like a painter. I don't try to paint myself in the corner. And get this all in there. There'll be a little bit of noise. Okay, what we did is we pre-sprayed, we rinsed it, we pre-sprayed with an olefin cleaner that's just made for olefin fibers. Then we come in, we rinsed it with a rinsing agent and used an RX20, which gives a little more weight, 5 rotating heads. It's 90 pounds, so it gets down there and deep. We mostly use that for commercial work, but in this case, we're just trying to prove a point that you can see there's still an edge where there was a mat and a little bit of traffic pattern. That is, of course, obviously you have wear. Wear happens. It's called the Traffic-Kleen gray. You cannot remove it completely because the fiber is already damaged by walking on it and just environmental come there. But when that area has been protected by the mat, probably its entire life, or by the furniture, obviously it's going to look almost like new. But to this is actually cleaned up very good considering the circumstance. It actually responded better than what we anticipated, but this is about the best we're going to get. You're still going to have the definitive area of where the mat was and where there's traffic there, where there's been environmental and traffic going on it. And plus, who knows how much maintenance has been done if it's been cleaned yearly like manufacturer suggests. If it has not been cleaned yearly the proper way, you're gonna have less performance as it is. So that's what we got today. Okay, now these spots are kind of interesting. These are usually done from a bed. Some of these are more of a die transfer. These are some of the wheels of some of the frames will transfer just with no reason at all. It just bleeds if they've been sitting there a while. They just have a very low tolerance of keeping their dies to them. Now, most fibers, Olefins a little more forgiving on dies. What we're going to do now is, which we've done already once before, and see if we're going to get any better results. We're going to put a solution on it that helps release dies, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There's nobody out there that can guarantee it. But we're going to put the solution on. It's a two-part solution that mixes it right in. We'll put it on there, then we'll go and we'll run our extractor over it and see what we can, and then we'll just put at least another coat of the Stain Magic on it, and we'll see if that, and as it dries, sometimes it releases the dyes and goes away. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But what it is, these are from the legs of a bed frame, and some of those are very intolerant. They just bleed. You can look at them and they start bleeding on you. And so forth, and they're always a nemesis of most carpet cleaners because they're plastic, but they still have a dye that goes through them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some Stain Magic on it, which helps release the dyes, and then we will run our extractor over them and lit it, see if it will do its work. We've already done this once before, but we're going to give it a shot again. Just see if we can get a little bit more performance out of it. It's just funny sometimes how bad these get, and you're not even, and they're plastic and they release the dyes. Okay, we're going to use our extractor. One more shot on these. The arc is a bit wider than the first time that we did